This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hey everyone,
What's
how
up,
you
guys?
doing? This is a great
great
day for a show,
podcasting
show with two guys,
two dudes,
named
Frederick
and Andrick. That actually is not a bad name, Andrick. Andrick would be it's a man's name.
Well,
My name is Andrick.
If you have a kid, there you go.
No, that's stupid. Why would I do that?
Same.
Oh no, not having kids. Why would I like naming a kid Andrick?
Oh yeah, totally. That's what I meant too.
No, I'm saying for okay. This is car guys talk. We talk about stuff. We are car guys, and we like cars, and sometimes we talk about them. So I was talking in the last episode about going to Goodwood and the Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Yes.
You have to say it like a festival of speed.
The Goodwood Festival of Speed.
You have to roll your eyes back a little more. Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Goodwood Festival of Speed.
It's like you're the guy, you're the alien from MIB that just took over that farmer's body, but like, yeah,
Water.
sugar, water, more sugar. Yeah, except dial it back about 30%. So sugar, more sugar. Yeah, Festival of Speed. Yeah. I ended up sounding like Caitlyn Jenner there. I drive a Porsche 911. No, that's not Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
stunning woman. Okay, so I'm going to the to the Goodwood Cars and Coffee, and I'm going to go over a little itinerary that Michelin, the kind people at the Michelin Tire Factory, gave me. So. Also, I think I scared my I guess you can call him handler, or he's the guy. Get back in the cage. Yeah. The person that kind of wrangles all the
liaison,
all the influencers.
Yes.
He's a Johnny Valencia at
Sounds like a porn star name.
Johnny Valencia he's an awesome dude. Like first of all, he hooks me up with all my tires. He's really, really good, and he's a funny guy, but he wrote, "Hey, I'm sharing a final piece of info with you all. It's basically just a file with an itinerary, and it's fine because by the time, oh no, the video capture device went offline. This is going to be a problem, at least for this episode. And we got it back online. InGen is back, and the dinosaurs are in their cages. So,
no, they're not.
Oh my God, the T-Rex is out.
Apparently, you haven't seen Jurassic World yet.
I don't plan on it.
It's so good.
It's not.
You haven't even seen it.
I've seen the first Jurassic World, and I don't need to see a second one. No, I don't. It's
better than the first one. Truly, it is.
The first one was really bad.
So this one's only bad.
It's only marginally really bad.
I happen to love both Jurassic World movies.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, our movie tastes are very slightly.
Do you like the original Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so. I didn't Jurassic the second Jurassic Park, Lost World. It was clunky, but I liked many parts of it.
It's so good. Jurassic Park 3 is also incredible.
I wouldn't say Jurassic Park 3 is incredible. I think Jurassic Park 3 is well done, but it wasn't on the scale of the first one.
Not a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, not a Spielberg movie. It felt a lot smaller, but it felt tight. It felt like, all right, you know what it felt like? It felt like an episode. It felt like an episode which is fine. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That felt more like an episode than an actual movie. You know, it didn't feel like they were actually saving the galaxy. It felt like it was a very kind of, I'm just beating this guy in this room, like that sort of thing. Same thing with Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 2 the scale was this like as big. It actually was bigger than the first one, but there are so many moving parts, and I think that they screwed up with a lot of those elements. Jurassic World, they tried to replicate that scale, and I don't like it at all. It looked like CG nonsense. It was like the story was cookie cutter. I'm not expecting Benjamin Button or something from a Jurassic Park movie, but it was not well done. I mean, it's I think it does a lot of what the Star Wars movie does. I know we're getting off a tangent here, but it does what a lot of the newer Star Wars movies do, which is I'm going to put a bunch of things that you know from your childhood, and that will make the movie good. And if we put them in the movie, people will watch it, and that is true. However, that does not make the movie good. That makes the movie pander to people who only look for those things. It's like Ready Player One.
I love that movie.
It had all the things I know. Oh my God! Look at that and look at
Freddie,
that.
Freddie, listen. There was a Gundam.
So what? You have Gundams on your shelf. Listen, if they had a Lego, Bugatti Chiron, I'd be like, wow,
listen.
That's great. That makes it a good movie,
So
right?
because of how well received that scene was, specifically with the Gundam.
Specifically with you, I will be watching the sequel.
No, Legendary, the film company, has greenlit a Gundam movie.
Of course, but here's the thing. Green lighting a movie doesn't mean that the movie is good. It just means that there's enough people that will watch that movie. Transformers, how many of those have they greenlit? How many of those are good?
I've only seen the first 3. So
Listen, I've only seen the first trilogy, so I'm in no. I can't talk about the other 17.
once I heard that Mark Wahlberg was involved, I was out completely.
Really?
He's such a terrible actor. He's awful.
Mark Wahlberg is a
awful.
great. What?
No.
No.
So bad.
No.
So he's so forced.
No. Yeah, we have to run away from the wind. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So. Transformers 4 was not good. Transformers 3 was also not good. Transformers 2 was not good.
Transformers 1, amazing.
Transformers 1 was good because we haven't seen any of that, but it did fall into a lot of the traps that Transformers is actually about cars. Okay, so you guys could. Stop it with the comments.
It's a Michael Bay film. You can't really expect anything revolutionary per se. It's just going to be. It's going to be on a grand scale.
It was loud explosions, shiny cars, robots fighting,
and curse words.
Curse words, TNA. I guess it's
Michael Bay,
the traditional softcore stuff that Michael Bay just puts in his movies.
Yep, lots of explosions, lots of
Megan Fox was in it, and then
lots of exterior shots of the Pentagon, total just Michael Bay film. That's it.
Yeah, Megan Fox was she was the hot girl for about 5 minutes, and everybody was like, oh, Megan Fox, and then nobody cared about her anymore. Everybody just forgot.
I was never really attracted to Megan Fox.
I honestly, neither was I.
She ain't got no meat on her bones, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna shame any women like you're doing on that side of the table. How dare you? How dare you? You need to respect. In any case, yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Megan Fox's acting. And
that's what that was.
She was supposed to be a car person, right? She was supposed to be like a mechanic.
No,
in the movie, she was supposed to be.
No, she
was talking about tunnel rams and carb injection and whatever they wrote for her to say.
But she
worked in the second one. She worked at a bike shop. She was welding apparently with really short shorts, which is what you do.
Because
I always put on boots and weld in my short shorts.
Because
make sure I get the nice
UV burns aren't a thing.
Welding burns are just yeah.
UV A, B, and C.
Yeah,
and that's a fact.
When I was welding my exhaust, I made sure to wear my Speedos at every given moment. You have to get an even tan.
Not only does it tan the skin, it also burns away the hair where you don't want it.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes where you do want it. So you got to be careful,
Yeah.
You just got to put some butter where you want that hair, and then
Some butter.
Yeah, some butter.
Mantequilla. Can I just tell you my favorite Spanish word of all time is peanut butter?
Is it peanut butter?
No. Mantequilla de cacahuete.
Okay. I prefer peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a peanut butter.
Mantequilla de cacahuete. Try it.
Mantequilla.
Mantequilla de cacahuete. Cacahuete.
My third language is Spanish. I should know what peanut is.
Yeah.
Mantequilla.
That's butter.
Okay, I understand that.
Sí.
De. All right, that's of.
Mantequilla de cacahuete.
I feel like that last word is not a word.
It's peanut.
You just hey. Mantequilla. He's just like a...
Okay, Google. How do I say peanut in Spanish? What? No.
Shut down. Shut down. You're like, money. It's like, okay, Google, am I wrong? You're wrong. You are wrong, sir.
Don't say it anymore because it keeps activating my phone.
Okay, Google.
No.
Okay, Google.
No.
Turn off phone. Erase all data. Okay, Google. Activate DARPANet.
It's also cacahuete.
Cacahuate.
Cacahuete.
Cacahuate.
Mantequilla de cacahuete.
I feel like that is a funny phrase. So in any case,
I mean,
you like bad movies, and that's okay because some people like bad movies. But I enjoy the finer things in life. Okay.
you listen to Tenacious D on a regular basis.
Dude, Tenacious D is awesome. Don't tell me that Tenacious D isn't awesome.
You're right. I got
Come
nothing.
on, come on, dude. We can. When the pick of destiny was released, it was a bomb. No, the critics said that D was done. Come on, you know.
I don't. I've never seen Pick of Destiny, so.
No, I know, but this is the Rise of the Phoenix. This is the album that they released after the Pick of Destiny. After Pick of Destiny went down in flames because everybody said it sucked, which it sort of did. The music was good. I mean, what music do you know? You have to know Tribute.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to sing? Okay, never mind. You know what we need to do? Are you a musical person?
Yes.
Like a musical film person?
Musical film. Oh, like do I like musicals?
Do you like musicals?
No, I hate musicals. I hate them so much.
So you're not a Broadway?
No.
This is
It's so annoying.
This is not going well, ladies and gentlemen, because I was gonna say.
Are we speed dating?
Not anymore.
Okay,
we
good.
were, but not anymore.
Huh.
So what I'm thinking is, I thought, you know, if you were a decent person, which you are not, apparently, that we could learn a song from Les Mis, but apparently I have to just sing it in silence.
I would love to sing along with you, but I currently have nodules on my vocal cords, which means that I cannot sing.
That seems like a fat kid in gym class be like, I can't run because of my glands.
No, it's a real thing.
Like,
it's a real thing that I'm dealing with.
It's
nodules on the vocal cords.
No.
The only way to get them fixed is to have surgery.
It's not because I love cookies. I can't run because of my glands. Okay, no, what are nodules? I feel like a nodule is something I install on my standalone to give me.
No, that's a module.
That's a module.
Do you have the nodule module?
Yes.
It's just basically a bump that has formed on the inner flaps of my vocal cords and prevents them from closing all the way to where I cannot control the sound.
So let me tell you how soft our millennial society has become. Okay, a little bump on your vocal cords means you can't sing some Les Mis songs.
Yes.
You know what? That is just unacceptable. Okay.
I'm gonna set your Lamborghini on fire again.
Please don't. Please don't. Speaking of Lamborghini, I just dropped it off at the body shop today.
Booty shoop.
The Booty Shoopy. And
Booty shop booty.
Booty Shoopy. You have to also say it in such a energetic,
samurai-like voice.
Yeah, but you have to say it like it's a game show.
Booty shop booty.
Booty Shoopy. Oh! Oh! I love the game show people. They literally yell.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Imagine if we had the people that were commentating on Formula Drift. You know, when they do like a reverse entry drift, like oh, they're going crazy. Like imagine if they were doing like Joe Rogan's job when he's doing MMA, and they just like start freaking out. Oh my god! Ah! I think that they would bring a lot of value to certain sport. Imagine if they did baseball. You know, that would be a lot.
I mean, it's the same in Japan with baseball. They feel very energetic about baseball.
What's up with Japanese people? Why are they so energetic?
They're just passionate.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like they're very straight-laced and whatnot.
Until
they get that one little morsel of like, it's like the Amish with Rumspringa.
Yeah, exactly.
You get that one little like I can do anything. I want to drink everything. And just smoke. Yeah, you smoke. Yes.
Well, they're like they a lot of their stuff is very dramatic. They're all about the drama and the dynamics.
Unlike here, we're not about drama.
No, it's really intense there. Like
Really
I don't know if you've ever watched like animes or anything.
What is that a type of cereal or what is that? What is an anime?
Okay.
Anime.
It goes back to like the kabuki theater, the crazy masks and like the shock wigs and like
that is racist.
It's
okay.
not racist. It's
That is completely racist. Okay, that is. I'm pretty sure that if you wear that as a
pretty sure
Halloween
you're violating the Geneva Convention right now.
as a Halloween costume, then you will get arrested, and you will get taken off of a relatively progressive campus for wearing something like that, because that is cultural appropriation. And
I didn't say I was wearing it.
And it's
I didn't say anything about
you
me
just
wearing it.
you mentioned it, and you are normalizing cultural appropriation, sir. Okay, you are normalizing. You're giving hate speech a platform. I will not have any of it.
I think you're trying too hard.
How dare you?
You're trying too hard
How dare you?
to be funny.
Do you want to know how woke I am? How woke are you?
I don't.
Okay. I don't. I don't. Okay. All right. So,
So Lamborghini Body Shop.
Lamborghini Body Shop.
Good name for a band.
Lamborghini Body Shop. That sounds like a Jimmy Buffett song.
A Jimbo Buffet.
Yeah, Jimbo Buffet.
Take it to the body shop.
Actually, before I tell you about Lamborghini Body Shop, that I'm just gonna go over my itinerary here. So,
oh yeah, we were talking about that.
yeah, I have an itinerary for Goodwood Festival of Speed. So,
Festival of Spod.
a festival of a Spod. So I have me and two other people are going, and I'm not gonna tell who the other two people are just because I don't know if they want to be on blast. They're not as famous as I am. Okay. Anyway,
it's like Matt Farah and Adam LZ.
yeah. All right. No. They're pretty well known, but I just I don't want to.
Just better than them. It's fine.
I mean, you said it, not me. So we will go into. I have the least amount of Instagram followers, I will say. So I have 19,200. The next person up from me has 30,300, and the next person up from that has 152,000. So that's quite a bit of a delta there. And now Andrew took my phone and he's going over all my stuff, and I think he's what are you doing? You look very studious right now. You look very pensive.
I was just looking at who the other people are.
Well, I mean, Okay. Well, in any case, because I don't want to draw attention to it if we're not going to say it on the gosh darn podcast. So we have. Here's the itinerary. Content. So they have content angles for us, meaning that here are things you can potentially do given your occupation. Some people, they're not all YouTubers like I am. Actually, none of them are YouTubers. I'm just the only YouTuber, so I'm just going to be the only idiot that has a stupid selfie stick like, hey guys, what's going on? We're at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. And everybody's like, what are you doing?
We're here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I tell you what, these cars going almost as fast as NASCAR and Daytona.
We're going to do it for Dale. All right. So we have first day is arrival to London Heathrow Airport.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Travel to Old Thorns Manor Hotel.
Ooh, Old Thorns.
Yeah. Not new thorns. We don't want any new thorns. The old thorns that have been cultivated for years and years.
Yes.
And at your leisure in town, and then dinner with Michelin team at hotel.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So, and then they want us to tag
I wonder
stuff.
if for dessert you're going to have donuts. Because Ty is Freddy.
I get that, but they might have donuts. You see how I just stepped on the joke? So the next day, is breakfast in the King's Restaurant.
Oh my! I wonder if you're going to have a full English breakfast.
Oh, we're gonna have a full something. I don't.
Beans on toast,
Yes.
bacon, eggs,
Salt.
salt,
Pepper.
salt and pepper.
That's mush. All right. Travel to Goodwood Festival of Speed, Goodwood House and Balcony, Clark Trackside Pavilion.
That's a long name.
Yes. That's probably just a Michelin hospitality suite or whatever. It's like their base of operations where you can put your stuff down and then you won't be
Accosted by poor people.
accosted by the normies.
Yes.
So then you have Michelin exhibition stand and VIP, hospitality, blah, blah, blah. Michelin supercar paddock.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is, but apparently there's supercars there.
I'm assuming it's a paddock in which supercars will be stored.
Here's what I really, really want to do. I want to look at the new Supra because I think that I can tie that into my build. And I want to see what the new Supra can do, and then I'll just kind of make my build around that to like emulate what it can do. Like so,
Make like a super Supra.
a Supra. Yes,
Super.
Supra.
A super supreme Supra.
Burrito Supreme Supra.
And you'll put Supreme stickers on everything.
That's already done. So then we have return to old. Oh no! Before that, helicopter tour
What?
of Goodwood Festival of
Oh
Speed.
dear.
Helicopter tour. So we get a bird's eye view of something or other.
Here's a hill. Notice the cars driving up the hill. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.
Wow, you can really see it. you can really see
Ah,
it
you
from
really see the hill from here.
Yeah. Then return to Old Thords Manor, and then dinner with the Michelin team at hotel. Then the next day, breakfast in King's Restaurant, travel to Goodwood Festival of Speed, Goodwood House and Balcony, Gurney Trackside Pavilion. So there's a different one. Then Michelin Exhibition Stand and VIP Hospitality, Michelin Supercar Paddock, and then return to... So it's like basically the same thing, except without the helicopter stuff. And then the next day is the same thing. You go to Goodwood Festival of Speed, have breakfast in the King's Restaurant. Before that, of course, you can't miss that. Then you have the Goodwood House and Balcony, Gurney Trackside Pavilion, Michelin Exhibition Stand and VIP Hospitality Area, Michelin Supercar Paddock, and then visit to Porsche Hospitality.
Ooh.
You need to be, I was about to say hospitalized, but
Well, 911.
I'm gonna myrtleize you. Yeah. Yeah, and then return to Renaissance London. Maybe that's a different. Are we going to a different hotel? Maybe it's a different hotel. I actually don't know how far away the Goodwood Festival of Speed is from London, so I am complete noob at this. I've been to London twice, and both of those times it was less than a day each. So I've never spent any time in the UK, like more than a night. I've never even spent a night there. So once when I was 15 with my mom, and then the second time when I went to McLaren, and then I was like super kind of hungover, not like hungover
Jet
from alcohol.
lagged.
Yeah, jet lagged, and then I had to drive McLarens to like across Europe.
Ah, sounds terrible.
It's not terrible. It's just like it's a responsibility that you're like, okay, this is a thing. Hopefully I don't, screw something up royally. And then at the end, travel home and recap event. So I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do there because it's like they give you 4 days and you're just walking around. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I am going to accost Jay Leno, and I'm going to ask him different things about my. I'm going to ask him if he wants to buy my SL when I'm done with it. And I'm sure he has people and they're going to stop me and say like you can't. He's busy, and I'm like, hey Jay Leno.
Nah, he seems. I've seen videos of him out like on Mulholland Drive, like carving the canyon and stuff. He'll pull over and like talk to people that are sitting on the side of the road.
Right, but imagine that he's at a function of the almost biggest car show in the world. Now, all those people are car people, and they see Jay Leno. What kind of crowd do you think he draws?
I don't think it'll be a huge crowd.
There will be a gigantic crowd.
We're talking about Britain here.
No, they're gigantic crowd. Dude, when I was in Geneva, was like a big car show. Shmi 150 was like, I heard him talk. I was about to go up and say like, hey, what's up? But I literally just overheard him talk about how many people came up to him, and he's like, I can't get any work done. And I'm like, Well, okay, that's I guess that's it for me. So I'm just gonna turn around and walk away. I'm not saying he's a nasty guy or whatever. I'm just saying he probably had an impacted earful of people saying, "Are you the guy on the internet? Dude, can I take a selfie? How's your car, dude? How do you make money, dude? Like, do you make money on YouTube? Like, does YouTube pay you? So do you get so how do you get like a McLaren? Like, is it fast? What's the fastest you've ever gone in a car?
He has an RS now, Focus RS.
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has lots of other cars. It's just me mobile. It's just, I have 13 cars.
Schneemobile.
Yeah. Isn't he? Doesn't he have daddy's money?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about him.
I think it. I mean, that's from what people tells me. From what people tells me, that's where he made. The money, which is totally fine.
I mostly follow him on Instagram because he posts pictures of cool cars.
Yes, that's totally fine. I mean, he does a lot of work. Definitely does a lot of work. But I mean, the journalists don't like him just because.
Really?
Yeah, journalists don't like him. Because I'm totally fine with him. I have no ill will towards him, and he works really hard. But I know that journalists really don't like the access that he gets because all he does is do like fluff pieces for manufacturers, and manufacturers want that because he has a big reach. Sure. And they're like, yeah, why won't we do that? And why would we ever give it to journalists who like would say bad things about our cars?
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them.
Yeah.
So totally fine. Yeah.
Like, do the journalists not realize that like they're trying to run a business and they want to have like a positive?
Journalists never realize that. So let me take a rant on journalists here. Journalists are the worst business people ever, and I've learned that over my illustrious journalism career of the contributing for Jalopnik and other sites. Journalists are by far the least business savvy people I've ever met. They're very hardworking. They understand how to form an argument. Some of them, most of them, and they understand how to write and how to draw an audience and all that stuff. Suck at business. They cannot understand that they are in business and they have to get eyeballs. And when they figure that out, that's when stuff really hits the fan. So you have a lot of publications, they have to throttle back because what happened is What happened was, see, in 2013 and 2014, a lot of internet companies had really big growth. Because Facebook was basically putting out, like, you could put out a Facebook page and if you had a decent amount of likes, you would reach almost all those people.
Yep.
So you had a ton of growth, you had a ton of businesses getting started and growing like almost exponentially. Then they started petering out because, majorly because of the election, because the 2016 election, and even before then. But they were like kind of cracking down on like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, and like, you know, we're gonna like lower where the pages are in the news feed and whatever. And after that, then publications were like, they were still growing, but they said, well, we need to grow more, so we need to hire more people, and hiring more people costs more money. And those people also go on trips, and they have journalistic, whatever. They have stories, and that all needs funding, right? And then there's a video aspect, because now video is big. Now you need a YouTube channel, or now you need a Facebook presence, and now you need Instagram, and now you need Snapchat, and all that stuff. This requires a video team. We don't want to be just Joe Schmo with a stupid GoPro and a vlogger, like man on the street thing. No, we need to be in competition with a Motor Trend, or we need to be in competition with TV. Yeah, we need to have a TV production crew. All right, so we need a production crew of at least 10 people, okay? 10 people, and then we have an editing team, full-time staff of editing that just produces content just left and right, and people will watch it, but then people don't watch it. And then what happens when people don't watch it is that they don't make any money. And when they don't make any money, they go, well, we're not making any money, so what we need to do is hire more people. So, because we're not putting enough effort into, we need to go to where the stories are, and we need to really push an effort, and we need to have a diverse team, and we need to hire more people from this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then they have this huge, fat company that all it does, they have like a tiny profit margin, and they keep on growing and growing and growing. And then like whatever parent company that owns them, or that company specifically, they go, the upper management looks at their balance sheet and goes, holy crap, we can't do this. this makes no sense. We're losing money and we're not going to have a business this time next year. So then they start laying people off. And then the journalists go, you know what? People need us. This is our, not birthright, but we are.
Our calling.
This is our calling. We are the arbiters of truth. Okay. And we don't need the businesses at the top, the business people at the top telling us what we can and cannot do, or what our audience wants. We know our audience, and it turns out they don't. Okay, it turns out they don't know anything about business, and the people in the journalistic endeavor, they know they're very good. Well, most of them are very good at what they do, but when they try to do business related things, it always ends up poorly. And that's what happens with a lot of these companies. The journalists at the bottom, they start going up into higher management positions, and it starts getting to the point where it's like, oh, I know this person, she did a really good job, so I'm going to promote her to whatever, executive position. And then they do a complete gut job of the whole thing. Like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And yeah, I mean, I've had sites in the past, and I've kept them very, very, very lean, in that, the profit margin was 80 to 90%.
Wow.
Versus another publication, which would have been profit margins maybe 5%. So you're spending 90% just to get that 5, versus something where you can have the same ROI and whatever, but it's 89%. Okay, so that's a little nitty gritty for you.
But how do you really feel though?
Okay, so how I really feel. Okay, other than that, I have no opinion. But that's one thing it kind of gets under my skin, because I know a lot of people. I follow a lot of journalists. A lot of journalists are my friends, and they are tremendous people. They're like, I feel like Donald Trump. Tremendous, stupendous. Yeah.
They succeed bigly.
Yeah. Did he actually say bigly, or was it like big league? I feel like he was saying big league, and then people turn it into big league.
No, it's bigly.
I don't think he's saying bigly. Bigly's not a word.
He's saying
bigly's not a word, though.
Did you forget who he is?
No, I didn't forget who he was.
Okay.
No, but he's like that's. I don't think he's to the point where he's making up words.
I don't think he's literate. I seriously don't think he's literate.
He's literate.
I don't know about that.
He's definitely literate.
I don't know about that.
Okay. We're talking about a man who is say what you want about his politics and say what you want about his demeanor, but he's a billionaire and the president of the United States. It's safe to assume that he's literate, Andrew. I mean, dude, you would have. Okay, no. This is.
I love how worked up you're getting over this.
This is a stupid the same stupid argument that happened with George W. Bush. I don't like what George W. Bush did, right? I don't like him as a president, but people are like, oh, I bet he can't even read. Like, no, he went to like Yale or something. He can read, okay? He can definitely read.
Where did Trump go?
He went to some army thing.
Didn't he go to Canada a couple times? Oh, that's when he was draft dodging. Sorry.
He was draft dodging. Okay.
Like 5 times, I think. I don't know. It's whatever.
Oh, now this is yeah. All right, dude. Why am I? I'm not Team Trump.
I know, but
I'm not.
Every time I say something, it just gets you all fired up, and I love it.
He's draft dodging. Like, I don't care.
I'm just over here, just like flicking gasoline onto the fire, just
like me, like rips off my MAGA hat. Let me tell you something, man. You want to know something?
Oh,
all right. Well, Hillary wouldn't have done this. Just start crying and leave the room. Her emails, you don't understand. I am actually very, very happy that Hillary wasn't allowed to choose 2 Supreme Court justices. Oh, dude, that feels good. But again, in any case, it's just my personal belief.
My personal belief is we were screwed either way.
Yeah, but I think we're a little less screwed now. In certain aspects, in other aspects, where it was like the conversation between the left and the right has gotten to such a fever pitch.
It's not even a conversation anymore.
No, it's just 2 sides yelling at each other and flinging poo like chimpanzees.
Yes.
But honestly, I think that that group is so much smaller than people think. And it's just those people are so vocal and they get a bunch of retweets
They get all
and
the
likes.
attention, yeah.
They go on Twitter and then they launch like
Dude, Twitter is a wasteland.
Twitter's great. Twitter is great because it's if you want snark, if you want like snappy comebacks.
Yeah.
And with if you
Like
have
Wendy's, do you follow Wendy's on Twitter?
I don't, but I know that they have epic burns. Speaking of epic burns, and we'll bring this back to cars, Elon Musk with the epic burn today.
Really?
Yeah. So somebody wrote to him, first of all, no blue check mark, okay? So Elon Musk is actually going through his mentions here.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, billionaire, owner of Tesla, SpaceX, all this stuff. He is going through his mentions, and he's not even looking at blue check marks anymore. He's looking at the normies, okay? So, lest we be so fortunate. So somebody wrote to him. He wrote something along the lines of being a billionaire, like the billionaire moniker is like, it's ironic because I do exactly the same thing as I was doing before. It's just like the scale has changed. Like I do it. And then people, and then somebody wrote back, it's like, no, I was like, no, but you're literally a billionaire and you got that way because you're stealing money from, like, essentially stealing money from society, right? But this is the talking point for a lot of people. They think that if you have a lot of money, then you must have stolen it from somewhere. Because I don't have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, that means you took it from me. Because if we have a bunch of money on the table, and then you have more of it,
I don't think they understand capitalism.
No, they don't, because capitalism is evil. But in any case, so they go. Somebody writes. I think she was a journalist, most likely. Everybody's a journalist. Everybody. I have a blog. So Elon Musk writes back. He was like, "No, I was too busy creating 50,000 jobs and 50,000 jobs directly, and then 250,000 jobs indirectly from all the parts from Tesla, and then based on that, like I improved the lives of 500,000 families. What have you done?" And it's like, this guy gets Twitter. Yeah. It's like, this guy understands what Twitter is about. He used Twitter, and I think this is very Trumpian of him, because Trump, remember in that second debate with Hillary Clinton, when Hillary's like, kind of talking about, whatever the heck she's talking about. And then he was like, yeah, because you'd be in jail. Like, and then it's one of those things where like you just dunk on somebody and then everybody just loses their minds. And with Elon Musk, it's like, he's a billionaire. He has all these resources. Many people follow him. This is a person that has like a few thousand followers, not even a blue check mark, right? Not even that. And then he goes, you know what? I am going to ruin your day. You just poked the bear, and I'm going to let you know that you poked the bear. How about that? Okay? You want to talk about...
The space bear.
You just poked the space bear with a car on its back. Okay? That's right. It's an electric car. It's also a rocket pack. Okay. Yeah, that's a flamethrower. But yeah, I that made me first. It's a little bit of Schadenfreude.
That's one of my favorite feelings.
Yeah, it's like you take pleasure and I think Twitter is all that. It's every single morsel of Twitter that you go like, oh yes, just destroy them.
There's also a subreddit called Murdered by Words.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's basically that. All of Twitter is like that. And all the really the most retweets and whatever. It's all like snarky stuff that oftentimes, most likely, takes things out of context. It takes things that like says things that are just untrue, or it conflates two things that like just apples and oranges, and like you don't get to actual arguments. It's just people yelling at each other, and then you have the peanut gallery behind you going, yes, queen, yes, slay.
Galería de cacahuate.
Yes. Mantequilla.
Mantequilla de cacahuate.
Yeah,
no, but you said peanut gallery, so galleria.
Galeria. That's right. Peanut butter gallery.
Galeria
the mantequilla.
There's a bunch of days there.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of those people. What do you mean those people?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, and I think that doesn't further any sort of debate. It doesn't further any sort of understanding of any topic.
Oh yeah, no.
So I think that it's fun. It's fun, but it's fun to know that it's not serious. When people start taking it really, really seriously, that's when things get real off the rails, and you go into that fringe category super quick.
Yeah.
But if it's just like this is a starting point for like a conversation you can have with somebody, and then they go, "Oh no, that's ridiculous! Like that's stupid! Like why would you do this?" Or you could talk it out, or even you can yell at people or whatever. But if it's starting point, then that's fine. But it's never a starting point. It's like I am right and you are evil. So it's not even I am right and wrong. Like you must be destroyed. You must have no platform. You must have you are either a snowflake. A stupid.
Everyone's a snowflake.
You're a libtard snowflake soy boy, or you are a literal Nazi. There's no in between. And if you fall anywhere into one of these camps, it's like, oh, I guess you're a Nazi now. Oh, I guess you're just that's what liberals say. That's what libtard say.
I love whenever you disagree with a conservative, you're automatically a liberal, no matter what.
You're
a liberal.
But the thing is, you're a liberal. First of all, being liberal is not a bad thing. It just means you're open to new ideas.
Yeah.
The problem is it's been co-opted by a lot of idiots.
Yes.
So it's the same thing with a lot of other political parties. Feminism, for one, like there's a lot. Feminism had a really good goal. These are just my opinions, ladies and gentlemen. Don't these are not the opinions of Car Guys Talk. But feminism had a really good starting point because there was
inequality.
No, but there's like legitimate sexism going on. There was a very rigid hierarchical structure. And if you have a hierarchy that is like the hierarchy and nothing else, nothing must go, there's nothing above it, that's when you have, and that's more of a right-wing thing. They adhere to a strict, whatever, and you can go to extremes where you have, a Hitler or whatever, just in the hierarchical sense. I'm not saying in the political sense. But if you have a hierarchy, you need to deviate from the norm. So you need to have something, you need to have a liberal thing where it keeps that in check. But on the other hand, you also can't have an anything goes attitude because then you get like Antifa. You get like anarcho-communists that are like literally punching people with bike locks. And then you go like, oh, well, they're just trying to free the people. Like, no, they want everything to burn. They're 18-year-olds that are mad at their parents. They don't know anything. So there's a balance here. And I think that we can all go in the middle and we can see what is right and what is wrong, and we can argue the facts.
What about the Lambo in the body shop, though?
So the Lambo in the body shop is actually it's coming up on my channel. This will already be released by the time that happens. But it's at Eurocar Body Shop in Winter Park, Florida. I can never remember if it's at Winter Garden or Park, but it's Winter Park. And it's being taken care of by the owner there. Her name is Estefania, and she will also be in the video. And they're really good at what they do. They work with Lexus of Orlando. They work with Lexus of Winter Park, and like they do a lot of OEM stuff.
Oh wow, nice.
So they do and right outside they had two Land Rover Defenders 4-door. One was like a TDI. The other one was actually one was 2-door. They had a RX-7 FD right-hand drive in the back,
nice.
And they had a Toyota Soarer like right-hand drive in the front.
Yeah.
And the first time I got there,
one of my coworkers at Njuku has one of those.
Good. Is it for sale? And then you tell me a few days later that it's not for sale because some guy took it.
He just bought it.
And very nice. So the first time I got there, they had two R30, one R32, one R33 Skyline, and they were both being restored by them. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they do like Concours level work here.
Yeah. They do real good work. So
really cool.
So I talked to them, and I'm going to be doing. It's not going to come out strictly factory. I'm going to do a little bit of spice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not too much. I want to do a little bit of the Spider Performante. Like I'll put some black accents on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hopefully I'll get it done before I leave. I'm actually leaving in August. I'm going to Europe, just for a trip with my wife. And hopefully I can do that before then because I really want to do a reveal. I want to do a reveal maybe at Ace Cafe, hopefully at Ace Cafe. They've invited me. And I think that we can. Oh, we lost our feed, but that's okay. We can activate it again. Yes, we are back. But yeah, we will do a reveal, and it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be nice, and it's gonna be fun and nice. And it's not gonna have a back bumper. I want everybody to see the hot boy nonsense that's back there.
Yeah. When you're gone into to Europe, I'll take care of it if you want me to. I'll start it up every once in a while or whatever. Take it for a spin.
Just take like the spiders out of the cylinders. And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay. All right. I mean, do you know how to drive manual?
Yes.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
This will test your resolve. Okay. Actually,
I know since you got it tuned, it's kind of leveled out a little bit.
It is like 80% better.
That's awesome.
It is so much better. It's totally drivable. Now it's still, if you drive it like a normal car and don't slip the clutch, then it will like do this bucking thing.
Sure.
You know? But if you slip the clutch just enough that you start going, it's really quite manageable. Yeah. So. Yeah, Eric, Eric the tuner, he's pretty good.
The only thing really that I would have to get used to, again, sort of, is the gated shifter.
So it starts making a lot of sense because I wasn't a fan of the gated shifter. I thought I'd just kind of get, what happened? Our thing went out. It could be, I don't know what it could be. I don't know. But hopefully it doesn't go out again. It's probably this computer. This computer knows it's on its last legs, and it's just like... So the gated shifter, when you downshift, it's so satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
It's kind of like that bolt-action rifle feel, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does that. There's a click, 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 click. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, when I get the car back, you can drive it. It's fine.
Sure.
Just... please be careful. It is an insane amount of power, and it's the problem is the power. It's very deceptive.
So here's the thing. When I drive this car, I am not going to do anything stupid whatsoever. I am literally just gonna Sunday drive it. I am not gonna be.
No. You can. I mean, you can push it a little bit. It's fine with me. But the problem is, the power is deceptive.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like I'm not a drug user.
Sure.
But I've heard people tell me that you don't want to eat an edible. Edibles are deceptive because you feel it tastes like a brownie, and then it's so concentrated that by the time it hits you, you're messed up. You feel like you're going to be the one person that ODs on weed. However, with this car, it's almost like that because you're like, oh, this is pretty good, and then the boost kicks in, and then the horsepower kicks in, and it ramps up real quick. So this car makes peak power at around 8,000 RPM.
Oh wow!
And it just keeps at 6,000 RPM, it's making, I wouldn't say half the power, but it's still it's still got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the video where I was yelling and wow and whatever, I was going maybe 6,500 RPM or something like that, at the most, because it was getting legitimately scary.
Wow.
The back end was dancing around.
Oh yeah.
And what's good about it is that it doesn't do this thing where the Mustangs, they just literally just go into the next lane. This kind of just shimmies a little bit, squirts, which is fine. And I don't have the all-wheel drive connected. I should definitely have the all-wheel drive connected, but
when that is connected, I feel like it'll be more manageable.
Maybe
a little bit.
Yeah, it should be.
Or not manageable, stable.
Sure.
Stable.
I just have to make sure that the traction control is sort of working.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Engage torque vectoring.
Yeah. But
what I'm really excited about with that car is whenever you get it back, call me over and please let me help you clean the interior.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I definitely need that.
Leather cleaning is really satisfying. I was just showing him.
There's not a ton to clean in that car.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally 2 seats, and
I was
that's it.
just showing him earlier, but when I got here, that I had just picked up some new Chemical Guys leather cleaner and conditioner and that sort of stuff, and I just tried it on one spot on my seat before I headed over here, and I'm impressed.
This podcast sponsored by Chemical Guys.
Yo,
No,
it
is
not. I wish.
Chemical guys, hit me up.
Seriously.
I have a YouTube channel, and we can make stuff work.
I just recently started using their products, and man, it's like you can't mess up with their stuff. Like you just can't mess up.
It's good. So I am. I think Fonzie from Dip Your Car. Well, Fonzie from Dip Your Car is working with David Patterson for Patterson Car Care.
Nice.
But he also has a brand called Honest Wash. I'm not sure how much he's trying to go with that versus Patterson Car Care, but I know Honest Wash carries a lot of stuff, and it's basically the exact same formulation that all the major brands use.
Just different labels.
But it's different labels, and also you get twice the product for half the cost.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's that's the whole thing. And Patterson Car Care, David Patterson, that dude in blue, he that's his tagline as well. So I haven't tried their leather products. I know they have some, but they sent me over like a box of stuff. So I'll see if any of that works. They have like a wheel cleaner, which apparently is really good. And it's really good because all my wheels are filthy. They're freak nasty.
All of your cars are filthy right now.
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
They are. They're really bad. But that's what I get for parking them outside
and having 32 of them.
Yeah, that's way too many. That's way too many. Not really though.
Not anymore.
It's
dwindling.
Yeah, but I mean, it's staying the same really, because I got rid of one. And I got rid of my MR2, and I bought a Viper, which to some people is a upgrade. Some people is a downgrade. To me, lateral move. So, because I bought a dumpster fire, and I got rid of another dumpster fire.
And then you bought another dumpster fire.
Yeah. What are we talking about here?
You bought the Lambo dumpster fire.
Oh, the Lambo's yeah.
Got rid of the MR2 dumpster fire.
Yes.
And then bought the Viper dumpster fire.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. But I am on the hunt for a BRZ. I want to get a BRZ.
Why?
I want to do that Maserati 4.2 with the BMW 7-speed. I think that would be the perfect car.
I feel like you should still do that in the RX-7 instead.
So the RX-7 is a good idea. However, RX-7 has a very narrow engine bay.
Okay.
It has 28 inches. I measured when I went to Eric's shop. They had a BRZ, and I measured the engine bay. There's like 34 inches.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
It's so wide. You can fit anything in there. I mean, and it's pretty long, but it's short, which is fine because the Maserati is a dry sump.
Oh, okay.
So it's the sump isn't as protruding. The problem is that is a cross-plane crank, and I've been trying my hardest to find something that can, like, if I can get like a F430 crankshaft and then put that in there, because they're basically the same engine. Mm-hmm. If I could put a F430 crankshaft, and if by some miracle of God this thing actually bolts up, then I'd have to obviously get cams and custom rods. But if I can get that to work, then I'd have a 4.2 liter flat plane crank that revs to whatever 8,000, 8,500 with a 7-speed DCT and in a car that weighs 2,500 pounds or something. Dude, that would be awesome.
That would be a screamer.
But every time I look and do research, I did days and days of research on this. And every time I do this, I'm like, if I try to do this for YouTube, this is going to be really like, this is going to take like 3 years.
You're milking it.
Oh, God. Yeah. So, I mean, people with this Lamborghini project took a long time just because there's so many different things. And it's still not done, you know? But if I do this has never, ever, ever been done. There's lots of stuff that Ferrari just won't, like, they don't even tell you the bore and stroke stuff of their engines. Like, I'm not going to get a crank from them, so I have to find a crashed car with just the crank or something. Or I have to find some Ferrari owner that rebuilt his engine and then he wants to sell his crank as like a table. You know, I don't know. Is it still good though? Like, is it good? Is it good?
I want a really sturdy table.
Yeah, like for real. Like, has it been like, you know, have you put a plastic gauge on it? Like, how good are we talking? My tables are really exact. So if I can I found one like being sold a few years ago, like in 2014 or something, and the guy wanted $2,000 for it. Just a crank for F430, which is a lot of money. But the entire F430 engine is $28,000 used, very, very used. If you want to get one with a little less miles, probably $30,000. So that's why I didn't want to put but the Maserati engine, you can find those for $3,000. Right?
Cheat code.
Yeah, exactly.
Major cheat code.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same engine. It's almost the same engine. You can almost they get made in the same plant.
Yeah.
It's the same block casting. But the Ferrari is just it's a Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. And I hope you guys like it. And all our social stuff is going to be down below. And if you want to hit us up, you could do so. You know, nobody's stopping you. Except for maybe Andrew. Andrew's going to stop you. Andrew doesn't like when you hit us up. But I do. I definitely do. So I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, all right.
You want to do something a little more than that? I feel like that's kind of empty. I feel like we need to leave on a better note.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.